The COVID-19 pandemic, also known as the coronavirus pandemic, is an ongoing pandemic of coronavirus disease 2019 caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome. Coronavirus 2. The disease was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan, China. The outbreak was declared a public health emergency of international concern in January 2020, and was recognized as a pandemic in March. As of 8 October 2020, 36.1 million cases had been confirmed worldwide, and more than 1.05 million deaths had been attributed to COVID-19. Common symptoms include fever, cough, fatigue, breathing difficulties, and loss of smell. Complications may include pneumonia and acute respiratory distress syndrome. The incubation period is typically around 5 days but may range from 1 to 14 days. There are several vaccine candidates in development, although none have completed clinical trials to prove their safety and efficacy. There is no known specific antiviral medication, so primary treatment is currently symptomatic. Recommended preventive measures include hand washing, covering one's mouth when sneezing or coughing, social distancing, wearing a face mask in public, disinfecting surfaces, air filtering, and monitoring and self-isolation for people exposed or with symptoms. Travel restrictions, lockdowns, workplace hazard controls, and facility closures have been implemented. Many places have also worked to increase testing capacity and trace contacts of the infected. The pandemic and response measures have contributed to social and economic disruption, including the largest global recession since the Great Depression. Around 100 million people could fall into extreme poverty and global famines for 130 million people. It has led to the postponement or cancellation of events and widespread supply shortages, but also decreased emissions of pollutants and greenhouse gases. Educational institutions have been partially or fully closed, with various alternatives used. Misinformation about the virus has circulated through the media. There have been many incidents of xenophobia and racism against Chinese people and against those perceived as being Chinese or as being from areas with high infection rates.